The young lady that just left, Alani, will you ever see her again?
I will see her again, yes.
Could you give her a gift from me?
Of course.
It's the Gospel of John. Okay, and it's unusual. Looks like a stack of $1 million bills, but it's
because I'm just dishonest all the way around.
The Gospel of John. You know, she said she had to leave.
Yes.
I'm questioning her motive. I'll tell you why. I can tell by body language if someone's uncomfortable, and she was very uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it's like a criminal suddenly finds himself sitting next to a police officer just after he's committed a crime. Yes. He wants to get away. And so...
of course, that's what it is. You figure it out. That's why he's uncomfortable. It's not that this guy is just talking at her with the camera 2 inches from her face, not listening to any of her answers, not actually listening to anything she's saying. It's just sort of talking at her. And then when she starts to answer, just starts talking at her again and not really listening to anything she has to say at all and doesn't really care. It's not because of that. That's not why. It's that she's just, she sees her sin and knows how much her sin is bad because like God and him making God show her how bad she is. So we're going to get into it. I'm Brantley and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. Dude, it's the literal worst. It's just insane. Like how often I watch these all the time, and I still am like, he finds new lows of like awful behavior and just like awful assumptions that he just acts like he's right about. It's so annoying. But let's take a look.
I believe in heaven. I think heaven's the afterlife, I guess, for me.
I believe in reincarnation.
What were you in the last life?
I want to say I was a hippie, maybe a tree.
So what about the next life?
Those could basically be the same thing. They're pretty much synonymous. A tree and a hippie. Those two things, they're basically. How do you know it wasn't a hippie tree? Right? That's a thing, right?
Life.
I'm not sure. I personally, when I die, I want to be cremated, and I want a tree seed of my choosing to be placed in my cremation and buried, and that way a tree will be born from my ashes.
Are you afraid?
That is so sweet. That's adorable. He's like, yeah, I don't care about any. Can you just blah, 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 whatever? I don't care. Move on.
Afraid of death?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of death?
Oh, I'm not afraid of death. I'm a Christian, so I believe that I'm going to heaven.
Do you ever share the gospel with other people?
I try to. Yes, I do.
Did she share the gospel with you?
No.
Why not?
She got you, dude. She just sold you out right there. Your buddy right next to him. Well, he's your friend. You haven't even shared the gospel with him. That's crazy. I don't know. What do you think you're doing?
Their cousin. I haven't with her. We haven't had the chance to talk about that.
Do you believe in God?
I believe there are powerful beings.
Yeah, but I mean, do you believe in a creator of all things?
No, I believe there's multiple.
There's a stack of gods?
Yeah.
How many?
So, I don't know. Handful.
I like how he acts like that's silly. A stack of gods, like they're just all on top of each other like pancakes. That's ridiculous.
You should become a Hindu. They have 350 million.
Right? Yeah.
That's not just the reason. He's like, oh, you believe in multiple gods? Yeah, you should be a Hindu. Those people do that. They do that weird stuff.
You know what the second commandment is?
The second commandment?
Of the 10 commandments.
No.
It says don't make up false gods.
Uh-huh.
Don't make a god to suit yourself. And we tend to do that. We want to make a god that's kind of happy and cuddly and snuggly. I did before I was a Christian. I made up a god that I could snuggle up to that had no sense of justice or truth or righteousness.
Just a spoiler. It was still the Christian god before that, whatever.
Is there any evidence for God's existence, or is it a matter of blind faith?
I would say it's blind faith.
Well, you don't need faith to believe in God. All you need is eyes. You ever looked at a hummingbird?
Mm-hmm.
Ever thought to yourself how incredibly it's designed? To say that it happened by accident is as dumb as saying a helicopter fell together from nothing. Helicopter's got design. It can fly. So evidence for God's existence.
So because it can fly, it had to be designed by a thinking being. That's what it's like. He does this like reversal, like top down design thing, as if there aren't any bottom up designs that are just caused by the natural laws of the universe, specifically our nature, as it were, if you will, per se. So yeah, it's like, but he can't like think of things that way. He can't like see it as a natural process that produces pretty incredible stuff. No, it had to be previously designed, even though 99% of everything on planet Earth is extinct. So that's kind of weird. Like, why did God design a bunch of stuff just to go extinct? A lot of which before any, we would ever know about it at all. So it couldn't be that he's trying to present his splendor to his main creation, the humans. No, because everything's died. We didn't even get to see it. So what the fuck? What was the point about this? Yeah, because it's not. It isn't a top-down design. This is a natural design that comes from the natural laws of the universe and a natural process that is evolution.
It's all around you. It's in the mirror. The design of your eyes. They're incredible cameras. The design of your brain, which is...
They're not cameras. Okay. And they do everything upside down and backwards. And then your brain has to be like, fuck, I got to work overtime. Like, takes up a pretty good section of your brain having to be like, how do I flip this sucker back? I have to flip it back up and make it right side up and then like put it right, right and left on the right side. Like, it has to do all of that because of how poor of a design it actually is, because it did develop over time and it wasn't some, again, top-down creation like a fucking camera. It's not that.
Incredible computer. Your brain can do what every computer on Earth combined can't do. It's so fearfully and wonderfully made.
Okay, but a bunch of computers can do stuff that our brains can't do. Does that mean that it had to be made by a god? Because, like, we basically like the irony here is that like we barely use our brains at all anymore because of all the computers all over the world.
How do I make it to heaven? Do I be a good person?
I've never been asked this question, so I don't know.
No, you be a bad person. That's what you need to do. Okay, you need to be a bad person and then realize it and then ask forgiveness and then you got to repeat. You got to repeat whatever that means. I don't know what it is, but you got to do that and then God makes you good or something maybe.
Well, I mean, I do know, but I don't know how to explain it.
Do you think you're a good person?
I think I'm a good person.
Okay. Elani, do you think you're a good person?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you both on that by giving you a standard to judge yourself with. And if I can show you're not a good person, it's going to do you a huge favor. It's like showing someone who thinks they're well that they've got a terminal disease. While they think
I gotta scare you into my cult. See, I can't have you just thinking you're okay. I gotta terrorize you into my thing there.
well and they've got a disease, they're never going to seek a cure. But if they realize they're diseased, they're going to seek a cure and be saved from a terminal disease. So this will do you a great favor if you can be honest. Can you be honest?
Who's out there just having terminal diseases and not knowing about it? Right? Like, who's out there that needs to be convinced by, like, where are the doctors going out and finding people on the street and be like, hey, buddy, I need you. Yeah, there he is. I need you to come back to the fucking office with me. We got to give you, we got to tell you about this terminal cancer, whatever that you have not come in for or complained about or anything. You haven't done anything. You're just a normal person walking down the street, but you have a terminal disease you don't know about.
Yeah.
This is my first indicator that things weren't going to go well.
Oh.
I've asked hundreds, if not thousands of people if they can be honest with me, and almost every time they enthusiastically say they will, even if they don't mean it. But not Elani.
What?
Yeah.
And can you be?
Yes.
What?
How many lies have you
Wait.
told in your life?
Hold on. What was the problem? Hold on. So she didn't say it enthusiastically enough? And he's like, I knew it. I knew this was coming. Because she leaves, of course. Just, I don't know. Spoiler, right? But yeah, she leaves the show. She's only a part-time character. The main character ends up being this other. Anyway, it switches main characters halfway through. It's like Deep Blue Sea or something. I don't know. It's like, but
Quite a few.
And you? Do
So many I can count.
you still think you're a good person?
Yes.
Have you ever stolen anything in your whole life, even if it's small? Never?
No, never.
like, I don't.
Have you ever taken something that belonged to somebody else?
Yes, I have.
What do you call someone who steals?
A thief.
So what are you?
A thief.
No, you're not. You're a lying thief.
Okay.
You
Well,
still think you're a good person?
yes.
Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Yeah.
And what about you?
Yes, I have.
Would you ever use your mum's name as a cuss word? You hit your thumb with a hammer and you want to say SH because it's a horrible experience. Would you use your mum's name in its place?
No.
So some people
They all look so confused at that question. Just like, no, but she's not my God either. So I Not really sure I'm seeing the comparison here. Right? What was the point? What was happening? I don't think my mom's a god. Do you think my mom's a god? Is my mom a god to you? Oh, that's awesome. You should come meet her. You should come meet her. Yeah. She's actually is pretty cool. I think you'd have you could learn a lot from that god. Okay.
People don't like or believe in God, then they can do that.
And by the way, the dictionary definition of blasphemy is, quote, the act of insulting or showing contempt or lack of reverence for God. The scripture.
So just not doing anything is blasphemy as long as you don't show reverence. So just sitting there, not worshiping God, that's that blasphemy. That's it. I feel like they just brought into that. They're just like, and blasphemy is basically anytime that you like shake your fist at the sky, you have contempt for God, or you just don't, you just don't honor him as much as I think that you should too. So that should be in there, I think, right? We should be able to murder people for that, right? I think so. Yeah, let's do that. Let's write that down.
Just warn, the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Can you think of anyone in history whose name has been used in place of a filth word? But they use the name of Jesus Christ.
Holla or not holla. What's the what's the one that Thor says, right? Doesn't Thor have like a God, now I can't think of it. Fucking whatever. you know what I mean. He says like curse Zeus or something, probably. I don't know. He said like, what's anyway, how are we doing? Are we doing all right? Everybody feeling good? You get a lot of rest over the weekend, right? Did you take care of your lawn? You have to do that. You have to take care of the lawn. Are you out giving cookies and stuff, fresh baked cookies to your neighbors? That's another thing you should do. Always do. That doesn't make anybody uncomfortable at all. That's not a thing that makes them uncomfortable. They love it, in fact. And they're not asking themselves if you're a psycho that's just poisoned them the entire time that they're like maybe considering eating the cookies or anything like that. Yeah, it's not happening. So you should do that. Who won today? How we doing? James. Yo, hey, James is back in the running. All right. He had a couple, he had a couple hard days, right? But he's back. He's back in the running. How we doing, man? And all I needed my puppers. That's right. And Spooky was second. All right. How you doing, Spooky? What's up? And, hey, and Nancy made it. Hell yeah. Happy Monday to you. That's right. Which is not a thing. People don't do that. That's not a thing people do. Okay. That's actually, people are like, okay, yeah, fuck you. Happy Monday. What the fuck? There are no happy fuck your face. Okay. With your happy Monday shit. What the fuck? How dare you? Okay. It's like you don't know what this day is at all. I'm just kidding. James or Nancy said, her face is priceless. Like, who the fuck are you, weirdo? I mean, she's still got it. She's sort of maintained that face throughout the first, from the introduction to the conflict, Act 1 and Act 2, which we're about to get to the resolution here. But like I said, it switches main characters halfway through. But look at the trees. It says lost, and look at the tree. That's like his. I feel like that's like his favorite argument. Is it not? Is that like his? Isn't that like his whole thing? Except that instead of trees, it was a fucking hummingbird, right? He's like,
Look at the hummingbird. That's got to be made by something. There's got to be something with the brain that makes stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm a thing with the brain, and I make stuff sometimes. It had to be made by a thing with a brain, like just like me.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. But how's it going? Spooky said, she looks like a lying, stealing fornicator. Yeah. So does everyone. But that's we all got to look some way, right? You can't help it. But we look, Maya, what's up? Does anyone have a friend that doesn't know the gospel? I know, right? What the but that's what's so funny about him is that he does this thing where it's like the one lady said she was a fucking Christian, and he still is like,
but I'm going to read the gospel to you anyway.
It's like, why, man? She said she's a fucking Christian. He's like,
yeah, but you're not the right kind. Okay. Are you a crazy Fundy? Okay. That's what I thought. You got to be obsessed. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So fucking weird. Where we at? Oh, Tracy, what's up, Tracy? Then plus the blind spot right in the middle of our eye or a field of view. Yeah, that's an excellent one. I always forget about that. There is a fucking blind spot in our eye that a like what's it called? Like a glitch or not a glitch? What is it called? Anyway, yeah, your eye basically has to like dart back and forth in a particular way to make up for it, and your brain does this thing where it fills in gaps. If you've ever taken a hallucinogen, you see how effective it is at filling in fucking gaps. That's, it's sort of its thing. That's why they say to take hallucinogens in the dark, because then your mind has more space to make stuff up. Because I mean, that's, and that's when you really start to see this. Anyway, we're not talking, I don't know why I'm going off on that. But yeah, that's what your brain does. I mean, that's what your brain has to do to make up for your lack of eye design. So, I always wonder if the response to that is always going to be like, well, it's the sin. It's the sin. It's a fallen world. That's why our eyes suck. It's a perfect design, but the fallen man like made it so that our eyes have to dart back and forth in order to make up for a fucking blind spot right in the middle.
As a cuss word.
Okay.
It's done all the time. Well, Jesus told us why in John chapter 7. He said, the world hates me because I testify of its deeds that they're evil. Mm-hmm. And the world hates him without cause. It's like criminals hate a police officer because he stands for that which is right. Kalani, is this
you're just saying that everything isn't right. That's the weird thing here. Is that it's like he's saying nobody likes me, and it's like it's funny because it's like nobody likes that one person that you can't ever do anything right. And Jesus kind of comes off like that kind of fuckhead. You know what I mean? Especially when he's talking to his disciples that have put their entire lives on the line, I'm not on the line, aside to follow him, and they can't ever get anything right. And he's like, "Oh, ye of little fucking faith! You guys are stupid as shit." Okay, didn't I just do? And he talks to him like that. Like, didn't I just fucking do the? He just like talks down to him like they're fucking idiots all the time. And they can't ever do anything right. Nobody can ever do anything right. And yeah, everybody fucking hates that guy. That doesn't make them right. Okay, it just makes that person a fucking obnoxious piece of shit that wants to run around wagging their finger at everybody, and literally puts everybody in the bad guy bucket. So it really doesn't matter. It's not like there's a good or a bad thing to be to go, to be bouncing back and forth from. There's just bad. If everybody's just bad, there's no such thing as good, and so it doesn't really fucking matter, right? It's just.
Can you feel uncomfortable?
No, I actually have to go because I have work.
Would you give me 2 minutes?
I really can't. I'm sorry.
1 minute.
I really can't. I'm sorry.
Did you just let her go, man?
Sorry,
she's got to fucking work.
Gonna miss out on hearing how to find everlasting life.
Sorry, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I gotta hear that one more time.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna miss out on how to have eternal magical life forever and ever and ever. But you go on now. You go on. I'm sorry you're going to miss out on the eternal life that your friend here is going to be able to have, but that you're not.
2 minutes?
I really can't. I'm sorry.
1 minute.
I really can't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I'm sorry that you're going to miss out on hearing how to find everlasting life.
Sorry. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, can I give you a couple of In-N-Out cards?
Oh, can I give you?
No,
Okay.
keep them. Thank you, though.
Nice to meet you.
It's like, no.
Okay.
No, I don't
It
want.
really breaks my
I
heart.
want literally nothing from you ever. In fact, you're terrifying. I'm out of here. You're a weirdo.
That someone who is terrified of death walks off before hearing how they can be delivered from that terror and even saved from death itself. Alani couldn't handle it. But
It's so arrogant, man. Like, it's crazy. The amount of fucking arrogance here is just brutal. I mean, and it's just like when you see somebody like this, this is why I think, and it reminds me of like those, if you ever watch any like true crime things, and like the person's like a crazy fucking narcissist, and people like the friends and family or whatever, they're like talking about this dude that like killed people or whatever, and they're like describing things like interactions with them that were weird and stuff. That's the type of shit they do. They're just like so fucking narcissistic and sociopathic but they don't understand that they're like that, right? That's what it sounds like for him. Just like he's always right, no matter what. And he can tell everything. He can tell that when she was uncomfortable and everything like that. Like, you can see it. She's like, I got it. I know exactly. And I'll tell you why she was uncomfortable. It's not because I got a camera in her face or anything like that. It's because, I just make her feel bad about the sins she obviously knows she's doing. that she needs forgiveness for, that she's just not, she just doesn't want to, she just doesn't want any part of the forgiveness in order to live forever. It's crazy. It's great. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to give her a free gift from God.
The same thing happened with Jesus in Mark 10, verse 17. When Jesus gave the rich young ruler 5 of the 10 commandments, it got too hot in the kitchen and he walked off.
No, he didn't get, it didn't get, that wasn't what it was. He said to sell everything you own and follow me. That's what got it too hot in the kitchen. Do you not know your own fucking book, man? Why are you lying about a thing that you repeat all the time? And everybody knows that fucking story. Well, I would hope most of the people would know that story, but you're wrong about that.
So I was in good company. You're stuck with me.
Yeah, no worries.
You've told me you're a lying thief and a blasphemer. Do you still think you're a good person?
I do.
I'm a
I'm
Christian.
going to change your
I'm a
mind
Christian.
in 5 seconds.
Okay.
Jesus
He's a
said,
fucking Christian, dude. Why are you doing this? Why are you still going on this lady? It's insane. He's like, oh, the fucking Buddha. That's why he was so mad that what's the one where they believe you keep coming back? Is that Buddhism, right? Like reincarnation or whatever. But he's so mad that she left, and now all he's got left is this person, and he's gonna get his goddamn money's worth. Okay, he's gonna get those fucking in and out cards worth of content out of this young lady's face. Okay, even though she already said she already believes everything that he does. So stupid. Oh my God.
there's none good but God.
Uh-huh.
Who's lying, you or Jesus?
Me.
The problem is you're measuring yourself by man's standard rather than God's.
Mm-hmm.
When the Bible says God is good, that word good means moral perfection in thought, word, and deed.
She measures herself by the same fucking book, dude. What is happening? It's so fucking weird. I'm confused by this. Pandora Spinola, what's up, dude? Optic nerve. That's the word that I was looking for. That's the nerve that I don't know enough about this stuff. That's what it's called, though. It is. It's a nerve in your eye or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe ask Pandora Spinola about it. Actually, ask Amber. I think she's here. She knows probably about it. Now Nancy's got a. I was just joking. Nancy said, "I say Happy Monday to offset my weekend hangover," and that's fair. I could see that happening. And that's why most people's Mondays suck, because the lights are too bright. They got sort of like a little headache going, right? They're dehydrated. Need to drink one of those fucking Gator light things, right? Sugar free. You get the sugar free because those are better. But you don't get the Gator light. Get your electrolytes going. Maybe go for a run. No, you're not going to go for a run. You'd be way too hungover. But maybe, I don't know, do something physical. Hey, what's up, man? Let's see, full frontal exposures here. Alex, what's up, dude? So this chick looks like she could build a nice meth lab. What? Which one? The other lady? I mean, she does believe in reincarnation, and as far as I can tell, all the people that I've spent time with that did a lot of drugs also believed that. So maybe you're right. Although meth wasn't really, and that was more like what I was talking about earlier with the LSD and some tripping. Anyway, but close. It's close. It's sort of in there. Hey, what's up? Let's see. We got the Apostate sisters and Nancy. I don't know how this is possible. How do we got? There's there's 2 of Nancy in there somehow. I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. Apostate sister said, Sister Nancy, good to see you. Sister Nancy. Okay. That sounds like an odd way to. Sister Nancy? Like, oh, Sister Patsy. So nice to see you. Thank you. You are my sister, aren't you? Yes, I am. And you mine. That's what you do. Just keep nodding. What's up, Maya? Maya said, the rich guy at least had the humility to walk away. Ray grabs a camera crew and keeps raking in the cash. Yeah, exactly. Or Jesus just let him go, right? He was like, all right, fine. He's not going to sell all of his shit and follow. Like, I almost feel like that was like a Jesus just didn't like the guy, because like, oh man, I really want to follow you. And he's like, no, yeah, you can follow me. Fisher of men and all that type of stuff. So you got to sell all your stuff. He's weird. look at he's got a weird eye. I don't like his eye. His eye freaks me out. You got to sell all your stuff and give it to the poor. So, you're not going to do that. No, okay, he's leaving. Thank fuck. Did you see those eyes? They was beady. They were beady. I don't like that at all. Thank God that guy just walked off. Holy shit. Is he still looking? He is looking. Okay, no, I'm just going to keep looking down. Don't move. Don't look. Oh, shit. I looked at him. He's coming back. Fucking, nah. All right. Let's see. Full frontal exposure said the blonde. Oh, the other lady? Yeah. I could see that. I've been in quite a few meth labs, but, and they usually didn't look like that, to be honest. Too many teeth going on there. That's the problem right there. Okay. And the hair's not messed up enough. Let's see. She's definitely on that. She's definitely on that Walter White. She seems so calm for that. I think she's more on like LSD, dude. I think she's doing shrooms tonight. And then she's going to talk with her buddy about, all the reincarnated trees that they want to become or whatever, that whole world of drugs. All right, I'm gonna get Current here. Hey, Lord Destiny, what's up, dude? Said I am late. What's going on? I don't know. This lady, Alex saying this lady looks like a meth head, and I kind of disagree. I think she looks more like a hippie, and just maybe I'm just basing it more off of like what she's saying, the words, not as much of her face. But yeah, Alex, I think we can all agree that Alex is wrong here. I think we should. All right. Michael, what's up, dude? Saying hi to the tree. Oh, you're saying hi to the trees. All right. Well, it's weird to wave to trees. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I was like, hi, trees. I'm just picturing Michael out at the park. What's up, dude? Oh, you come to this pool. I guess you kind of have to come to this, but you're stuck here. That's what that is. You're stuck at this park. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you, bud. That'd be kind of funny. I would love to see that, actually. Jay said, only mods can post links. Oh, if anyone else tries, it doesn't show up. It may look like it's in the chat for you, but you're the only one who can see it. Oh, I didn't even know that. Interesting. My bad. Wow.
You'll never see sin in its true light as long as you think you're a good person.
Mm-hmm.
You never realize that you're worthy of hell, worthy of damnation. And once you realize that, man, I'm a blasphemer. I've used God's name as a filth word.
So you're worthy of hell. The Christian that he's talking to. He's talking to the Christian here and saying she's worthy of hell. Like,
lied and stolen.
Why?
If God brings my secret sins out on Judgment Day, he could justly condemn me to hell. And he'd be doing that which is right. Gotcha. And that brings us to the mercy of God. God provided a savior in Jesus.
Yes.
He suffered and died on the cross. We broke the law.
She knows.
The 10 Commandments.
She knows all of this, dude. Like, and it's so funny because like he's only doing this because he needs to finish out his fucking video. That other lady, the non-Christian of the two, was his fucking target, right? But that didn't work out, and so now he's like gotta finish the rest of the video. Otherwise, he just wasted a couple of in and out. Well, I guess he never gave them to her because she's like, no, fuck you. But yeah, he's still not going to waste the opportunity to shame somebody who already believes all the same shit that he does. It's so insane, dude. What a fucking ass.
Jesus paid the fine. And once you realize your sin, then you'll realize how great God's mercy is towards us. And that'll explode gratitude in your heart.
What's up, Adam? Say, Lord, how you doing? I much respect you too. Right? Okay, up top. Let's do it. There you go. You did it. You got to put it to the screen though. Make sure I can tell if you don't put it to the screen. I can tell that you're not doing it. Whatever, dude. I'm not gonna make you cool, but it's pretty uncool if you don't put it up to the screen like that. And I can tell, like I said,
Lord, if you do that for me, I'll do anything for you. You've given me everlasting life. All because of the death and resurrection of the Savior. The way to find everlasting life isn't to say I'm a good person, I deserve heaven. It's to say I'm not a good person, but God is good and kind, and he gives everlasting life.
How many times? I want like how many times has he repeated the same? Like maybe not exactly the same fucking words, but how many times has he repeated the same concept that you're bad? Stop saying you're good. You're bad. You're bad. No, you're not good. Stop saying you're good. You're bad. You're bad. Like it's over and over again. It's so weird, man. And it's just like he oversell. It's like he overplays his hand. It's like we can all see just how fucking manipulative you are. You're trying to get everybody to like internalize how terrible of a person they are. so that they can, get the cure for their terrible feeling from you, the person who caused the terrible feeling.
To all those who repent and trust in Jesus. The young lady that just left, Alani, will you ever see her again?
I will see her again, yes.
Could you give her a
In heaven. Wait, what? I'm sorry. I don't understand the question.
gift from me?
Of course.
It's the Gospel of John.
Okay.
And it's unusual. Looks like a stack of $1 million bills, but it's the Gospel of John.
Unusual. Yeah.
It's
dishonest is what you should say.
Yeah, it's pretty dishonest. It makes people pick it up thinking that there's apparently a book of $1 million bills that stupid people are just, they're grabbing that. Those are the people that we're looking for. The people that think that there's probably just a stack of $1 million bills on the floor somewhere. I'm like, they're not stupid enough to keep writing it.
You said she had to leave.
Yes.
I'm questioning her motive. I'll tell you why. I can tell by body language if someone's uncomfortable, and she was very uncomfortable.
Oh, but see, his accent's slightly different though than the guy from Lie to Me, who does have that magical power. Okay, that is a magic power, by the way. Okay, being able to see micro emotions, that's real micro emotion. When you can see them, when you figure it out, you can tell people are lying and everything. It's like it's a superpower. When he is not fighting the Hulk. That's what he's doing. He's telling people that they're lying.
And it's like a criminal suddenly finds himself sitting next to a police officer just after he's committed a crime. He wants to get away. And so let's agree to pray for Ilani, and then you'll give her that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe you get to share the gospel with her.
No, that's a great point. The apostate sister said, or Patty said over and over again, it's brainwashing. Call it the Sesame Street model. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like how well that works. Just repeating something. Like we've seen, honestly, like Trump just repeat some of the stupidest shit. And it works. As long as he says it enough, it doesn't fucking matter. It just ingrains itself in. It doesn't matter how fucking stupid or false it is. If you repeat it enough, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's crazy how effective repetition is, man. We say Ray Banana Man Comfort, the end is coming. Let me save you. Yeah, he's a superpower, he's a superhero. That's what he is. That's what he does. He's got to save everybody. People don't know it. They don't know that they're in big trouble, right? And it's just invisible monsters are all over the place trying to get in your brain, right? The end of the world's nigh. It's nigh. And that means it's coming soon or something. I don't know why. It's something to do with Bill Nye. I'm not really sure. But Nancy said, it's so ironic that his last name is Comfort when he's the exact opposite of all things comfortable. Yeah, I know. That is, I almost want, it's like that, the giant gangster named Tiny or whatever, I mean, that's kind of what it makes me think of.
If she'll listen, she may listen to you more than she listened to me.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to me and my friend Ilani.
Make sure you check out the Living Waters podcast.
Who the fuck are these guys? Who the fuck are these weirdos? I don't recognize any. I mean, that's his little weirdo entourage. And there's a bunch of them. But let's see what we got here.
You're kind of abrasive and you're kind of forceful.
What was that?
That was brutal.
Yeah, it really was.
Oh, that's his cameraman. He's like, she was the brutal one here. This one was brutal. Listen to what she said. Not Ray. It's what she said that was brutal.
Right from the get-go.
I need
He
to
was
see
like,
those
you're annoying.
encounters that don't go well because that's how mine go.
You're afraid of death?
Depends how it happens. If it's in my sleep and painlessly, no. But if it's by a homicide or something violent, then yes.
If I said I'm scared of dying, how do I get to heaven? What would you tell me?
You need to plan. If you go to somewhere like Florida, you need to buy the ticket before you plan, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing. If you plan before you die, you need to buy the ticket.
So what's the ticket?
You got to get life insurance. Okay, she's actually a life insurance agent, and you need to remember to buy that ticket because otherwise your family's going to have to pay for the funeral. You know how much those things cost? It's a lot, right? And even, or cremate, if you do the cremation, that's fine too. But like, that's still expensive, right? And do you know how expensive those urns are? Okay. Have you seen the Big Lebowski? All right. They seriously frown upon putting them in a coffee tin, but they do allow it. They do allow it. But don't do that. Anyway, point is, you gotta buy the ticket or something.
The ticket like you doing good.
How good do I have to be to get to heaven?
Depend. I think
I don't think there's
everyone
going to be a
and
serious language barrier here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think she's going to. Like, first of all, I don't think he doesn't understand what she's saying already, and I don't think she's going to follow any of this. But let's see how it goes.
good heart.
And what about you?
Probably along the same lines as her. I mean, I'm not fearful of dying because we're all going to die.
Yeah, but you should be fearful of dying.
Okay.
You know why?
What's up, Logan?
Why? Always be afraid
We're
of
doing
that
it.
which can kill you, and death is going to kill you.
Death? No, it's not. Death isn't what kills you. Death is death. That's what happened once you've been killed by something else. But you don't always get killed by something. Like, sometimes you just stop living, and then that's it. And that's death. That's not death trying. He's like literally thinking of like a skeleton with the scythe is just like out just trying to fucking just murder everybody. Right? That's so weird.
But it's inevitable.
Yeah, but if you stand on a freeway and a 18-wheeler's heading for you, you don't say it's inevitable. You get off the road.
So I said, I agree with what she's saying.
Yeah.
It's about how I go.
Yeah, and that analogy, it just makes no fucking sense. To like give it like when it's just like, hey, yeah, but death is a thing that happens, and he's and his response to that is that's like standing on a freeway and be like, it's inevitable, and you hear he uses the voice like that's inevitable, it's stupid what she just said. It's not inevitable. It's that's stupid to say that it's inevitable. Look, hold on.
Inevitable.
Yeah, but if you stand on a freeway and a 18-wheeler's heading for you, you don't say it's inevitable. You get off the road.
So I said,
What?
I agree with what she's
fuck?
saying. It's about how I go.
Yeah.
But am I afraid of my death that is going to come at some point? No.
Do you respect Jesus?
I'm Buddhist. Jesus and Buddhist the same person.
Oh, she's Buddhist. Okay, that's awesome. And Jesus and Buddhist and Buddha are the same person. I think there's a broader analogy going on there, but I don't know. Let's see. How much do you want to bet Ray's going to take it fucking literally? Lloyd Dissonant said, if Ray Comfort caught me on the street and asked if I was a good person, I would tell him no. Just be like, I've been a bad boy. I've been a bad boy. Yep, that's right. I don't know. I feel like I'd be like, what? It depends on what you mean by good, because good is a subjective interpretation now, isn't it? It's a human interpretation that something is good or bad. So it really depends on who you're talking about and what you mean by good. But but that would just complicate the conversation probably, and I'm sure he would keep kicking and screaming to go back to his little fucking script or whatever. She was uncomfortable because you're a creep. Yeah, and you gotta look how close the fucking camera. Like, it doesn't even like, it's not only that, it's just bad camera work, man. Like, why does it gotta be so? It doesn't even get her fucking whole head in the frame. Her head's out the frame. Like, why? No, put it right in your back. Like, is that part of it? Is that like getting people off their game at the cameras? Like, right there. What the fuck? And then there's also a fucking microphone. He's got everything like right in front, like right into your face, dude. That is uncomfortable just in general. Having shit that I don't even like to get my hair cut. I mean, that's just kind of a weird thing that I have. It's kind of why I don't have any tattoos, because it's I don't like people that close to me that long. I feel like, and then having to afterwards be like, oh no, it looks great. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, they didn't do the thing that I was asking for. They didn't, I don't care. I'm not going to say anything about it. No, it looks great. Yeah, no, it's awesome. You want a $7 tip? Here you go. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't want that. I don't want to do that with the tattoo. That's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too fucking close. Too close for too long. All right. I need to get my own gun. That's the problem. That's what I need right there. No, they're not going to look weird and like a baby drew them at all. Okay, they're gonna look good, right? I'll just get one of those little stamp things. They have little stamp things now that you can just trace, you know?
This is what he said. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. So Jesus is the way to heaven. That's the ticket. So let's see if you're a good person. You're going to make it to heaven.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Who used to say that? There was like a politician who's
Yeah, that's the ticket.
I can't think of it. Who the fuck was that? It was like an old Kids in the Hall or some shit. And they used to make fun. Anyway, Tracy said, it would be funny if someone asked him if he was going to heaven. Ray says yes. And the person replies, then no, I don't want to go to heaven. And I'm actually going to be an atheist. What do you believe? Yeah, I believe the opposite of that. Hopefully we'll be in separate rooms because I don't want to, maybe they put the weirdos over there, if they believe that stupid shit. They put them all together, after in the afterlife there. Axel, what's up, dude? Driving the M3 west of London. If anyone wants coffee. Oh shit, I actually do like coffee. Actually, if you're in London, let me get some tea, actually, some breakfast tea. That'd be great. Extra dark, if you can, with heavy cream. Heavy cream. None of that fucking milk shit. What the fuck? Who even does that? Why would you put milk in that? Extra dark, extra heavy cream. You're welcome to all of you, that don't know how to make tea. But anyway, listen, Jesus and Buddha are the same. I mean, I think that she's trying to make a broader point, but I don't... maybe I shouldn't assume that again. Maybe she literally thinks they are the exact same person. Just one's a Jewish guy and one's an Asian dude. I don't know. Maybe she does think that. Or maybe she's saying that there are multiple ways to get to your peace and nirvana, as if you will, as it were, per se. I don't know. But Dave said, I just lay down the 18-wheeler. I just lay down. The 18-wheeler has clearance if you lay that if you lay in the length of it. Okay. I don't you're talking about having an 18. That'd be terrifying, first of all. Okay. I don't want to be that volunteer for that trick. Okay, because that's a little sleight of the hand, a little slight movement, and oh shit, and then you're dead. Then you're crushed by under half of it. What's half of 18? 9 wheels. Yeah. You don't want 9 wheels just rolling right over you. That sucks. That's how that works, right? They 18 wheels and 2 around it. It's like divided right down the middle with anyway, I don't know. No fucking 18 wheelers work. Why do they have so many fucking wheels? You can be fine with 4, right? Isn't that the way the fucking vehicles work? Why do you need 18? 18? Come on. That's just overkill. All right. Come on. I mean, I know you need to have some replacements on the road and everything, but fucking 18? What are we doing here? That's not even like a square root of 4. Or never mind. I was gonna do a math joke, but I'm bad at math. So let's not do that.
Evan, can you be honest with me?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, good question. Everything within you should be saying, how can I get off this freeway? Because death is heading for me. It's inevitable. Is there a way out? Do you think there's a way out?
No, we're all going to die.
What?
So you're closed-minded. You're saying, this is it.
You're stuck on
You're
the freeway.
close-minded because you are saying a fact of reality that all people are going to die. Like, that's just a fucking fact, man. Like, that's an objective. That's as close to an objective fact as humanly fucking possible. That's insane to say she's closed-minded for that. Jesus Christ. Let me see here. Where do we go? Pandora Spinning said a tattoo. I have a decade old. I have decade-old stickers I can't commit to put on my laptop. I know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't just say, it's too I don't like. I am going to do it though. I am going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. A buddy of mine said he's going to introduce me to somebody that's pretty cool, right? And he's given him all of his tattoos and stuff. And I kind of want to get the it's from the album Pump Up the Volume by NoFX, and there's like this lady on the front. Well, actually, if you get the EP of it, it shows the pharmacist's daughter, and she's all fucking dead, looking like a zombie, and then she's got a Valium on her tongue. It was pretty cool. And then next to her is the femdom lady, what do you call it, the dominatrix type, Louise or whatever. Anyway, that's what I want on my arm. That was my point there. I don't know. Yeah, you can look it up and see it. It's just Louise and the pharmacist's daughter, and they'll come up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, Lord Dissident said, everyone that is going to die is closed-minded. Yeah, or no, everybody that acknowledges it. No, because everybody does die. That's just a fact. But everybody that's like, yeah, everybody does that. You are close-minded. Maybe open up your mind to the fact that you're wrong about people dying. I don't know. Okay, dude. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with you. Was he? I don't know. James said, wasn't Buddha rich as fuck? I know nothing about Buddhism. I'm going to be completely honest. I know that there is some shit called nirvana, right? And it's supposed to be like a heightened state of awareness and being content or some shit. I don't know. That one actually makes more sense than most religions, honestly, because isn't it like minus a deity too? Isn't it not? There isn't actually a deity. There's just a way to be at peace or something, right? Like it's like a practice. I don't know how it works. But maybe he was rich. I don't know. Maybe he was the rich young ruler, right? Maybe he was the one that Jesus was like, you got to sell all your shit. And then Buddha was like, yeah, no. I'm gonna start my own thing. Actually, you know what? You keep doing your weird blood cult thing. I'm gonna go like actually help people find enlightenment. Okay, I'll see you later. I don't know how I got in the Middle East all of a sudden, but that's magic powers probably, right? There was probably a little cartoon dragon that led me on an adventure here, like in Pocahontas. That's a different. Anyway, that's
Freeway. I'm not going to go stand on the freeway. I get your metaphor, but at the same time, I'm also.
It's a stupid fucking metaphor, though, man.
Not going to be in fear of it every single day. I'm not going to openly go stand on a freeway as you're suggesting or do something blatantly stupid, but I'm still going to live my life.
What is the metaphor? What I'm saying is this: is that if you say there's no answer, you'll never search for an answer. You've just said, okay.
I don't even understand the question. What do you mean there's no answer?
Yeah, no answer to death, dude. This is the dumbest fucking conversation ever. Because like his whole thing is just like he says the same stuff so often that it sounds normal to him, right? In his own brain, all of this stuff sounds like a fucking, oh yeah, there's an answer to death. Fucking what, man? That doesn't mean anything to like other people that don't specifically know you and the way you talk about this shit, man. It sounds completely look at this lady's face. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? An answer to death? Death doesn't have answers. That's not a thing that it has. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, she said there's no answer to death. It's inevitable. That's what you're both saying. I'm saying there is an answer. What's the biggest selling book of all time?
Okay. Oh, and he skips because I'm like, okay, what's your evidence that there is an answer? And he's like,
well, there's a book with a talking donkey in it, and it said,
the Bible.
Have you ever read it?
Oh, good.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Boom. Way. Yeah. Fucking in your fucking face, Ray. No, we don't read that stupid shit.
You have?
Many times.
And what did you think?
I think it's a great book.
Okay.
And there's a lot of truth to it. That's my belief system.
Don't pander. Come on. You don't need to pander. I know you're trying to be nice. Has he been nice? No. You can reflect his attitude towards you right back to him, okay? And you can just be like, it's a stupid fucking book with talking animals in it and stupid ass shit like that, dude.
Okay. So let me go back to Denise, if
like
that's
what?
okay.
I wish people would say, like, what the fuck is the width? Like, as far as, like, if I actually did try to fucking think about what wisdom is actually in the Bible, none of it would be the words of Jesus. Nothing he said meant anything. Have you heard the fucking Beatitudes? Those things are nonsense. They're absolute idiotic nonsense. They're just bullshit. Like, oh, the first shall be last, the last shall be first. And blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. The fuck does that mean? Everybody's inherited the earth. Nothing, it's just all so stupid. It doesn't mean anything. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will find peace. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You should put that on a fucking fortune cookie or something. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's just so, and most of his words are like that. If I were to actually pull some wisdom out of the Bible, I think the only real verse that I could think of that I still think of today is be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry, right? those are like, that's like the only verse or whatever that I think is actually useful in some way, shape, or form. And the ironic part is that's exactly the opposite of what they do. Like, no matter what, that verse is utterly ignored by Christians, you know, because they are the first to fucking speak and say as nonsensical as bullshit as they can fucking get out of their face, right? And then, and second of all, they get angry about everything. They're terrorized by everything, and then they get angry about it at the same time. And they don't ever listen. They don't, you know, it's just they are exactly the opposite of that fucking verse. That's my point.
Denise, in the Old Testament, God promised to destroy death. And in the New Testament, it tells us how he did it. Did you know that?
I did not. It's a book.
Yeah, it's a book. Well, it's actually 66 books.
I have a question.
Oh, good. Oh, you got her there. You got her there. The ironic part is you just fucking referred to it as a singular book a second ago when you asked, what is the greatest selling book? Not 66 books, but the greatest selling book of all time. And then now you're correcting her on that. See what I'm talking about? Where it's like he does this thing where he'll try to assert intellectual dominance, right? And say that you're wrong about something that he literally just agreed with. This is what I'm saying. Like he just wants to say, no, you're wrong to people. I feel like that's mostly why he loves doing this. It's just being able to fucking talk down to people and wag his finger and pretend like he's the all-knowing fucking arbiter of truth.
Because these are some bizarre questions. What exactly do you represent?
I want to share the gospel with you.
There you go. It's like these are some bizarre questions. That's putting it mildly, and I appreciate it. I appreciate her assessment of the bizarre fucking questions this nutbag is asking, dude. Like, hey, Matt Thig, what's up, dude? Doing all right? Spanks Ember's cheek. No sexual assault in the. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That's assault, brother. Okay, don't do that. I know it's just a symbolic gesture, like through, but you know, it's still. I don't know how that works. Does that still feel like assaulty? Or to I don't know. I feel like it might. What's up, that big? What are you doing, dude? You having a pint? What time is it over there? Is it pint time or is it no? I don't know. I don't know what time it is over there. He's in Ireland. That's why I said that. Anyway, Tracy said, random trivia. Love your neighbor. What? Oh, random trivia. Love your neighbor is the basis of liability. It's the basis of liability. Oh, law under English common law. Got it. Okay. Wow. I don't know why my brain was not going where you were trying to direct it to. That's what's happening there. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that. I mean, I get that makes sense, but it's also assuming that everybody's your neighbor, right? Or is it are we just talking about immediate neighbors? Is that what, you know, and you're supposed to love them, which means you got to go next door. Remember we were talking about the cookies, right? Make some cookies, but make sure you hug them and give them a nice, uncomfortable kiss on the cheek and be like, I love you. Anyway, we're neighbors. See you. Anyway, I just wanted to make you, just let you know that I love you over here. All right. Here's make sure you take the cookies. Those are not poison, by the way, just so you know. No, we made those special for you guys. And it's not poison. Kiss their cheek. Just let them know that you love them. This is the basis of common law right here. It's just kissing your neighbor when they don't ask for it. Oh, no shit. Okay. In Ireland, no shit. Okay. Pandora's Pinata said it's 5 o'clock in an hour. Okay. Well, that's what they say. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's the where when they want to start drinking at 11 a.m. here in Florida. So that's the time to do it. 11 a.m. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. Jesus, that's funny. Emmer said, that's the most action I've gotten in a while. Okay, so it's allowed. It's allowed. All right. So Math Big, you know, it was received well. All right. And that's how you know. A lot of times. Jesus. That's how it's received. I'm an adult. I drink what I want. That's okay. That is the alcoholic's catchphrase right there, by the way. I'm an adult. I can jinx whenever I want to jinx. Okay. Yes. So I drink a bit. I'll drink a bit. What do you want? Okay. You're the one who got a problem. You got a problem. I said I don't have. Oh, you mean with alcohol? A little bit. That's That's my drunk alcoholic impression. Anyway.
Know what the gospel is?
I do know what the gospel is. There's lots of gospel. The gospel of John, the gospel of Mark, the gospel. Okay, so are you a Christian?
Yes.
Amen. So you're not coming off as
Amen.
one because you're kind of abrasive and you're kind of forceful and aggressive and you're not letting anybody answer a question.
Boom. All right. Yeah, because that's his thing, man. And this is why I think it's so difficult to deal with these types of people, because they don't fucking care about you. They just want to talk at you. You're just a conquest to them. They give a fuck about nothing that you've got to say at all. So when he does these little interviews, you can see he mostly takes out the answers or just rockets right over them, like doesn't even pay attention, or it's just like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's like that. And he just like goes over you and tries to bully you in this conversation to make you fearful and hate yourself, and then fucking, take away all that fear and make you love yourself all of a sudden, as long as you ask Jesus for forgiveness, whatever the fuck.
First question was, are you afraid of death? And I said, no, because I know where I'm going. So I have no fear of dying. I have concerns about how I'm going to die. But if you're a Christian and you're coming from a place of love and wanting to preach the gospel, you need to move that a little bit further away from my face.
Well, it's not going to be heard because of the noise, the ambient.
Probably should do it in a more
He is making this lady just unbelievably uncomfortable in so many fucking ways. He's got this thing 4 inches from her face.
It's like, well, son, nobody's gonna hear you. Just shut up. Stop crying about the things that you said you wanted an in and out card, or no? Are you not wanting an in and out card now?
loving and embracive way.
Well, please forgive me. I didn't mean to be abrasive.
Very abrasive.
Yeah. So, Denise, I'm not trying to be abrasive. I'm just trying to say there is an answer to death.
That's what he Tommy said. If I say I love the next door the next door lady, my wife is going to be furious. Yeah. Don't not telling her that it's job one. Okay. You got to just leave her at home. Just ask her to bake the cookies for a friend. Okay. And I'm only saying that because I know you don't know how to bake cookies. Come on, man. Following instructions on the back of a fucking roll cylinder. No, this isn't possible. Somebody else needs to do it. But I'm just kidding. That's just a very misogynist thing that I said. And then I caught myself saying it, and I was like, yeah, that's not. Anyway, but yeah. So don't tell your wife that you love her, but you tell the neighbor. That's my point. You go, away from your wife. Go over there. Then you say, I love you. And you make sure you're pointing to her and keep eye contact. Like, I love you. And then walk away.
Welcome anybody's beliefs. I don't think that I'm right about everything, and I'm sure you don't think that you're right about everything. I mean, we all have our beliefs, and until somebody can convince me differently, then I'm going to have mine, and you can have yours.
Well, I'm going to try to convince you differently.
I wonder if he's going to say that. Nancy said, we drink because we have people like Ray Comfort in our country. Yeah, dude, I know. It's you got to do something, right? That's just how it goes. Right? Matt Big said, right back to work. You kids have fun. Oh, you can't drink right now. Okay, well, it's not pint time then. That was the answer to that question that I was asking you specifically, Math Pig, by the way, dude. Like, and you kind of just didn't, you sort of just didn't even answer the question. Like, I don't even, what am I fucking chopped liver here? What is your problem? Okay. I'm trying to talk to you and you're not even, whatever,
Are you open?
I'm open. Do I want to spend a lot of time hearing about it? No.
Can you give me a few minutes?
I've given you a few minutes.
This doesn't seem to be going very well. She wants to get away. Many times I've seen hardened people.
Doesn't this feel like hardened people? Oh, and if you want to be hardened people, just go to adamandeve.com. That's right. Enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. So go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley at checkout. That's BRENTLY at checkout and get your exclusive offer. That's right. So, and hey, if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. If you like the show, just hit that little button. It looks kind of like that. And then subscribe. If you subscribe to what I'm doing here, subscribe to the channel that I'm doing here. Yeah,
suddenly soften their heart when they understand the serious nature of sin. Whatever the case, we should never be discouraged when something doesn't go well. We're like honeybees, searching for the sweet nectar of an open heart. If there's no nectar, don't feel bad about moving on.
Okay, this feels very gross. Hannibal Lecter-y, okay?
It's like we're just looking for an available heart to suck the stuff out, just like a bee. Just like a bee in a flower, sucking the...
And always remember that God is the one who saves. We're just planting seed. Some receive it, some don't. Let's see if Denise softens her heart. So do you think you're a good person morally?
Oh,
Absolutely.
God, here we go.
So how many lies have you told in your life?
I can't even count.
Have you ever stolen something?
Said, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even count.
Blasphemy. Gotta. It's punishable by death right there. We're on the breach, too. I might even be able to do it myself, really. You know, just a little push, you know.
I'm sure I have as a child.
Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Oh, for sure.
man.
I heard you use it before. Little personal, but Jesus said when you look with lust,
Oh, that's right.
you commit adultery in the heart.
You got
Have you ever
close,
looked
though.
with lust?
Amber did say, fuck, I forgot the 50% off part. You were close, though. You were close enough, right? And people will figure that out later. It's okay. You know, just what you got a bunch of people there. That's the point, right? And then they buy the sex swing, and then they're like, oh, that's not really covered anyway. And that's why you have to say almost every item is 50% off. And anyway, but like, you know, it's just not the sex swing, y'all. Okay. I know. I was disappointed too, right? And I bought 2 of them because I thought they were 50% off, and then ended up having to pay full price for both of them. It kind of irritated me, but I got a lot of use out of them at the end of the day, and so did my buddy that I gave him one. So it's good.
I'm sure I have.
So Denise, this is for you to judge yourself. You've told me you're a lying, thieving, blasphemous, adulterer at heart, and you have to face God on judgment day. So you've earned your wages.
Like, okay, you can fuck off. That's what you can do right now, dude.
You and I disagree on many things. I wish
Just give me 30 seconds,
good.
please.
I'm good with the insults. Have a good day.
Oh,
That was brutal.
boom. Yeah, I'm good with the insults. Because like this is the part where you're just kind of like, you see people kind of shift gears like, oh, okay, this guy's just a piece of shit. Like, and it's perfect. This is why I love covering him, because it's a perfect encapsulation of Christianity, specifically like fundy type of, fundamentalism or whatever. They're such fucking assholes, and they just want to talk down to you. They just want to point at you and shame you and call you names and shit like that, and then be like, no, it's okay, because I'm going to make you not, I'm that thing too. The bad stuff that I just called you. I'm a terrible piece of shit too. So just, it's cool. And we're gonna, and it's like that, most people just see you for what you are, a fucking judgmental asshole that is trying to force your religion on everybody through shame and fear. And it's just, most people just aren't that shameful and aren't that fearful, dude.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? Right from the get-go.
I need to see those encounters that don't go well, because that's how mine go.
How many lies have you told in?
Well, I would certainly appreciate it. That'd be great. And then you could let me know if there's the code still works, because I actually haven't heard from him. I kind of thought that maybe I thought maybe I pissed him off or something. Like he barely does. He doesn't even do a whole ad all in one spot. I'm like, yeah, I do a bunch of little ones throughout, but I maybe been dropping the ball on that lately. I don't know, but yeah, let me know if it still works. Curious about that now. And in my poppers, if you could see this, it's the most adorable puppy ever. Right? It is. She is the best. So, but you can't see it because it just has the fucking letters for some reason, because StreamYard sucks. But anyway,
in your life.
If you have something
back
you
to
cannot talk, and you say, okay, I don't want to talk. You don't need to lie, because that's not your personality.
Right. Now, have you ever taken anything that belongs to someone else in your whole life?
Not listening to anything you just said. I'm just going to move on. I'm not even going to try to understand any of it. Anyway, have you ever stolen something?
Have you ever stolen something?
I try not, but
So you have?
That's what I'm trying to.
not nobody perfect. We can make the mistake, but we fix it,
Yes.
and Jesus can forgive us about we make the
There you go.
mistake, but we fix it, and we be good.
She's trying to do the thing. She just said like Jesus can make it like fix it or whatever, right? Like and this is another thing that people tend to do is like you just start to like answer the way you she explained that she's a Buddhist, right? But she could see the writing on the wall and see where he's going. And so she's just like, yeah, but Jesus can forgive everybody, right? Like, isn't that a thing? It just
Sheila, have you ever used God's name in vain?
I do a lot.
Yeah. That's called blasphemy. It's using God's name as a cuss word. It's very
gonna
serious
do the
in
mom
God's
thing.
eyes.
Are you gonna do the mom thing? Are you gonna ask her, or is there? It's funny to see like what he leaves out of this because he thinks he can't explain it in terms that she would understand.
It's a sin in his eyes. And finally, this is a little personal, but Jesus said if you look with lust, sexual desire at someone, you commit adultery in your heart. Have you ever
Right.
done that?
You need to explain.
Oh, good. I'm so glad that she said that. That sounds good. No, you ready? You ready, Ray? Let's explain what sexual lust is. Let's do it. I want to hear your explanation, buddy. But first, if y'all want some sexual lust in your lives, just go to adamandeve.com. That's right, adamandeve.com, and enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Let's go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley at checkout. See, I did 2 of them. Adam and Eve. Like, did you hear that? That was so close too. Like, they were so close to each other. I feel like that should count as one big. You know what? Whatever, dude. Like, fucking, I don't even know why I try with these people.
I can't explain that one.
Okay.
If we've told sexual desire at someone, you commit adultery in your heart. Have you ever done that?
You need to explain.
I can't explain that one.
Okay.
You just go like this. Or you could do a rub. You rub, see it's down, and then you rub. It's a visual. It's a good visual. It's, people, language barriers can tell through visual.
If we've told lies, the Bible says all liars live their part in the lake of fire. No thief, no blasphemous person will inherit God's kingdom. So if you die in your sins, you're in big trouble with God. And I don't want you to end up in hell. You said about getting a ticket. God has provided a ticket to heaven. Let me share with you what it is.
I think there's another language barrier too about the ticket thing. I possibly, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
This is so you won't have to go to hell.
I feel like it was one of the. She was trying to make like a point of like, it's like when people ask to win the lottery or whatever, right? And keep asking God to win the lottery, and then God was like, "You didn't buy a ticket." I think that might be what she was referring to. Like, you got to do the stuff, like you got to do things to make sure that you get the blessings of God or whatever the fuck. Which a lot of people like to say that, where they're like, God helps those that helps themselves, and it's like, yeah, you'd have to, because that's the only people helping anybody at all. That's that's how that works. But anyway.
Jesus suffered and died on the cross. Do you know that?
Yep, I know
Took
that.
our punishment.
Yeah.
There's the temptation to say, "Oh, she knows the
You're
God."
very welcome. I knew that visual representation would work. Okay, so, it just gets over all the. It could have been muted, right? It might have been even muted in the background, and you just. Oh, I know what's happening right now. I know he's rubbing that that metaphorical penis right there. That's. No, that's what you wanted. Tracy said, it does work. And if anyone is wondering, it works for Canadians too. Oh, nice. Awesome. Thank you. All right, cool. Oh, that's good. I appreciate that. That means that lady's going to have to message me and be like, hey, you sold something else. Which makes sense. Look, people don't need sex toys as often as I would hope they would. I have like a high threshold for like my sex toy needs. So, but yeah, I'm into stuff that requires a lot of toys, right? So it's a whole thing, and outfits, right? Full leather, out zipper. Anyway, but
Gospel. She's okay, but she's not okay. She thinks Jesus and Buddha are the same person. She's also trusting in her own righteousness rather than in the righteousness of Christ. So this lady
is the wrong religion. It's like all you're basically saying. I think, and it could be the case too. And maybe I'm wrong about this, but like maybe she was trying to say that like, Buddha and Jesus are the same person in the sense of like, that's my Jesus. Like what Jesus is to you, that's what Buddha is to me, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell sometimes with language barriers, but like, if they're just using words they think you'll understand, right? Because that's how this goes here. Right?
Weak though she is, needs to hear the gospel. We broke God's law, the 10 Commandments. Jesus paid the fine. That's what happened on.
She's a Buddhist, so I gotta go through my fucking thing. I gotta read the thing that I'm.
That cross. If you're in court and you got speeding fines, someone else can pay them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the judge will let you
Yeah.
go, even though
They're
you're
not-
guilty. You'll say,
They're not fabulous outfits like yours, of course. No, they're just leather stuff that usually have like handcuffs and stuff built into them, right? And straps. There are a lot of straps. There's things called bondage. It's actually this is so funny. Speaking of bondage pants, which are a sexual thing, right? They got like these pants, like, and everybody knows them. When you think of a punk rocker wearing like the plaid pants, those are bondage pants, right? And they got the straps that come between their legs or whatever, right? And they got all these rings that hang off. There's also a belt, right, that has a bunch of rings that can hook onto stuff and it can chain you to the wall and all that type of stuff. I wore those to church when I was 15 years old and had no fucking idea as I was jingling in the back row to get into church or whatever that I was wearing a fucking sexual that I was wearing a dominatrix outfit. No idea. It took me a long time to even figure out what the fuck dominatrix stuff was, And then I was just like, holy shit, there's a whole thing for a thing that I didn't even know why I liked, It was crazy. It was just like, wow, there's the whole world of stuff that I thought that I was making this stuff in my head. But it turns out there's a whole fucking thing for it. It's weird. That's I imagine that's how it feels to be like gay or something, right? Like you just like, man, I didn't even, I was into a thing and it turns out that's a normal thing that people are into, whatever, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I mean, I'm pansexual, so it's sort of all the same to me. But whatever.
Sheila, there's speeding fines here, but someone's paid them. You can leave because someone paid your fine.
Oh, I'd love it if she just walked away.
Oh, okay. I'll leave. Oh.
And then just heard,
No, I'm in the store. Why?
Well, Jesus paid our fine on that cross so that God could take the death sentence off us, all because of the death and resurrection of Jesus. And all you have to do to find everlasting life is repent of your sins, say, God, I'm really sorry.
That's true. That's a good point. Maybe you don't need the toys over and over again, but lube runs out. That's right. And you need to be using lube as often as possible because they got some really great ones, some warming. There's some warming ones and some that I feel like just some kind of chemical pleasure concoction thing that just makes you erupt in pleasure. Don't say erupt. Remember that for next time. Don't use the word erupt. It makes people think of a volcano, and volcanoes aren't sexual. It's just,
turn from sin and then trust in Jesus. Now, at the moment, you're trusting your goodness to save you. That's like a man who's going to jump out of a plane 10,000 feet, and this is his plan. He's going to flap his arms and try and save himself. And we'd say, don't do that. Just trust
and
the parachute.
condoms too. Thank you.
So don't try and save yourself by being good because you're not good. You're like the rest of us.
She is totally fucking lost right now. She's like, what? We're outside of we're swimming or something outside of an airplane. I don't know what's happening here. I feel like he totally just this guy's crazy. He's crazy is what the problem is now. He thinks that we're outside of an airplane or something. I don't even know what's going on.
Trust in Jesus.
Yeah.
Trust in the Savior. Is this making sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
You're going to think about what we talked about?
Good lesson. We in God's hand.
We're in God's hands. And when you put yourself in Jesus' hands.
Like, not God, Jesus. Say Jesus. You got to say that name. That's the one that made us.
God forgive your sins because of what Jesus did on the cross.
Yeah.
You.
Whatever,
God
dude.
bless America. God bless everyone.
Here, let me give you a book I've read.
It's like, she's like, this sure is America, isn't it? All damn fucking America. Anyway, see.
You'll enjoy that. It's called Scientific Facts in the Bible. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and God bless you. God bless you.
She's adorable.
Real quick, here are 3 things to help
She
you.
was very nice. That was a nice lady. I'm gonna be honest. That was funny. Oh man, like that he like wanted to stop that almost immediately. You know what I mean? When you're like, oh shit, she's not. I can't do all my weird metaphors. She's not gonna follow. Oh, this one's only 3 minutes. Perfect. All right, let's see what the.
All right, guys, you asked for me to bring back my final points.
I sure did. That's right, and thank you for obliging, bringing back your final points. Do people just have final points? Like I feel like that's reminds me. There's that fuck, what was that serial killer? And he always say, and that's the final truth. He always said that, and that's the final truth. He's like this little weirdo. Anyway, but that's so creepy. Anyway, but so she brings back her 5 points. Got it. Okay. I guess her 5 points are 5 demons controlling America. Somebody named Liz fucking Wheeler. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen her before, but this just randomly came up earlier when I was doing the dishes, and I was like, "This is so funny." So
Well, I have a final point for you tonight.
okay, good. You better say it fast. You say it faster. You're talking way too slow, lady. Come on, you'll pick it up. Let's do this a little bit faster. You got to go to like this speed. All right, you got to go this fast. You got to sound like it's like 0.5 or 1.5. Okay.
It's not just politics that's corrupt and insane. It's not just politicians that are corrupt and insane. I sit here today, very sad to say to you that our entire country feels like it's in the grips of some kind of demonic force.
I knew it. I knew it was in the grips of demonic force. I had a feeling, and then she just verified it.
From the transgender ideology being targeted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, if I get, it's not an ideology or anything like that. They're just people. Okay, so that's
at our children.
No, it just happens to be transgender children, and anyway,
the critical race theory that tells white
you're racist too. Got it. Okay, yeah.
Children that they are inherently racist because of the color of their skin.
Not anything that critical race theory has ever said. That's not a thing. They're like telling kids, "Hey, just so you know, little white Tommy, you're a fucking racist." Okay, apologize to the black kid right now. No, you're gonna feel bad. Feel bad about it. That's literally what they actually think critical race theory is. Just because it was like because critical race theory, let's be honest, is just a fucking it's a legal theory that shows that racism was influential in law throughout history, right? And you kind of have to read the law in that with those kind of like that understanding. And there's like a whole, anyway, it's obvious. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, of course that fucking happened. What do you mean? And they're just like, no, it didn't. White people have always been nice. They have. I know they owned the people and stuff at one point and everything but they were nice to them. Like, that's literally what my family would say. We were nice to our slaves. Like, oh, congratulations. That's great. Yeah. No, you fixed it. You fixed it because you were nice to the fucking slave.
And tells black children that they are inherently oppressed because of the color of their skin.
I feel like she was gonna say something else, but I don't know. I feel like she caught herself. Like there was a slur about to come out, and they're just telling black kids that they are inherently oppressed. Yeah.
To other forms of Marxism and communism, to this anti-natalist, anti-child movement.
Okay. Well, that's just called. It's not anti-natalist. Anti-natalist is a moral philosophy that makes it immoral to have children. That's not what's happening. There are those people, don't get me wrong, there are people that do believe that it is inherently immoral to have children. I think that's incorrect. But there are just people that can't fucking afford children right now, dude. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of people on this planet, okay? And they all are fighting for resources that are getting less and less and less, while wealthy people keep taking more and more and more and leaving the rest of us with fewer and fewer crumbs. And yeah, a lot of people just don't want to bring kids into that. That's all there is,
To the celebration of hedonistic and often perverted sexual hookups, to the desecration of marriage. You look at this cultural landscape.
What the fuck? What was that? What is she talking about? Like, what kind of sexual deviancy are we talking about here? Can you go into, let me have some details here.
To the celebration of hedonistic and often perverted sexual hookups, to the desecration.
The celebration of hedonistic hookups that are perverted. Okay.
Of marriage. You look at this cultural landscape and you think, really, what is happening?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I was right there with that. Just the fact that people are having sex that they're not married. And just like, what is even happening? It's so obvious that everybody should be married before they have sex with anybody ever. Everybody's supposed to be a fucking dork, I guess.
Are politicians actually that powerful enough to wreak this havoc on us? Well, according to an exorcist named Father Chad Ripperger,
What havoc? You're just like describing people having sex and like transgender people existing and black people existing and also like knowing about the past and have a legal theory that kind of explains all the hidden stuff that was happening behind the scenes. But anyway, that's the that's the world that we're that's like just falling the fuck apart because of those people, I guess.
Is happening. Are politicians actually that powerful enough to wreak this havoc?
You could just say, are they actually that? That was redundant, sort of. You kind of just you said the word anyway. You know what?
Havoc on us? Well, according to an exorcist named Father Chad Rippiger.
Oh, that's it. I just wanted to laugh at that. That's all.
The answer to that is no. Politicians are not powerful enough on their own to propagate the evil that we are seeing in our.
It's a guy that wears a dress and thinks he fights invisible monsters. Who fucking cares, dude?
Our society today.
And I love that she has a hard time saying his name. Listen to this.
According to Father Rippiger, there are 5.
Father Rippiger. Is it Rippiger? How many? We're gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to take this back. I can't say Rippiger. That can't be right. You have a stupid last name, sir. I just want you to know Rippiger. What is a Rippiger? Come on, man. That sounds like I don't even know what it sounds like. Nothing. It sounds like not a non-fucking word. Okay, because
5 demons who are controlling our culture, and when you know what the demons are, it's chilling. Take a look at this.
Oh, good. I want to know what the demons are. That's y'all ready to get chilled? Not like that. Not like chill out type of chilled. I'm talking like chilling kind of chilled, right? Gisela, what's up? Gisela said, Lord isn't in it. If not, they won't stay Christian. And that's awful, of course. Can't let them learn. No, the learning is always bad. Okay, that's the thing that we need to learn from Christians. The more you know, the less you grow in Christ Jesus. That's going to be my new thing there. Pandora's box said pansexual. Oh, it's Pandora's pinata, pansexual. That's a lot of peace in that sentence there. I don't know what that means, but stay the heck away from my kitchen. I do come all over pants all the time. That's all it is. I'm sexually attracted to pants. Okay, and they are just think about just how smooth they are on the one side, and it's just wow. That is hot. That is hot. That is a good pan right there. I wish pants could bend over because then I could look at them.
Underneath Satan, there are what we call the 5 generals. The 5 generals.
Oh, there's the name she can't say. Friar. He's a friar. Speaking of pants, right? He's a friar. Chad Rippiger. Like, you can't say that name without sounding fucking wasted, dude.
Are the 5 demons that are immediately hierarchically underneath Satan, and they are the ones who execute his plans. The first demon under him is Baal. His principal function.
I'm sorry, but like, you gotta say the name the right. Calling him Baal, that sounds like he's a fucking toy for your dog, dude. Like, don't just like, you gonna get the ball? You gonna get the ball? Like, it's not scary sounding, man. Like, I mean, Baal doesn't really sound that much more scary, really. But the Ball just really isn't. Ball is that's a thing that people have when they're having a good time. Okay, that's a fun thing. Maybe that's why they say that. Maybe that's what they're referring to is have a ball, right? And that's just having demon fun, debauchery.
To get cultures to succumb to impurity, primarily through fornication. After that, then what happens is the culture, the next 3 demons show up. The first is Asmodeus. He's
how the fuck does he know all this, dude? He's like, anyway, the devil told me. He's got like 5 generals, right? First one, Ball. We all know Ball. He's like the head honcho in charge, right? But now he's got a like a fucking, what does he have? He's like, a cow head, right? Isn't that Ball? Oh.
The demon of homosexuality in men. Then there's the demon.
I love how it's gendered. That's the demon for the gay guys. Okay, there's a different one. There's a different one for gay women. Whatever. Do pan people get one? Do us that like to have sex with pans? Do we get to fucking have our own demon?
Which is the demon of homosexuality in men, but of the masculine kind.
Oh, so now they're divided. Now they're divided among whether they're the masculine and feminine kind. This is going to be a lot of fucking demons by the end of this, dude.
These are the women who are heavy on the heels, we would say.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's the other kind. It's the
okay.
Wait, and what? Heavy on the heels. What is that? If they were wearing a lot of heels, wouldn't that make them more feminine? What are you talking about? Heavy on the heels. That doesn't. That's literally. That means, like, in my mind, that's the opposite of what I think you're trying to communicate here. But look at her. Are you rolling your eyes at him, young lady? Young lady, hey, don't you do that? I don't know who you think you get back in the fucking kitchen.
Then there is the spirit.
You're supposed to be silent, okay? And why? What is happening to her eyes? Is this screen like right here up and like is it right above her head? Like, why is she looking like she's rolling her eyes at the fucking fryer pan over here?
Spirit of Lilith, which is the more seductive form of female homosexuality. Once you have
that's everybody's favorite right there.
Fornication, you end up with contraception, and then the upshot of that is
there's a contraception demon.
He's just handing out condoms. You guys need condoms? Yeah, don't, you don't do it. No, I don't, and if it breaks, put on another. We actually put on 2 of those. Put on 2. They're pretty thin.
Homosexuality, and then abortion. Baphomet is the 5th one. And he's the demon of child sacrifice.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we all know. We all know. We've been there many a time and eaten many of baby because of that sacrifice there.
Abortion. In our culture, think of this. They shot down the fornication laws, and so they delivered us into the hands of Baal.
What? Okay, so we're supposed to have laws that say that you can't fornicate. First of all, what the fuck does that even mean? So we could get arrested for having sex with somebody before they're married or whatever? Jesus Christ. That's some Christian nationalism right the fuck there. Holy shit. And the crazy thing is, those used to be laws. they're used. Well, I think there might even still be some sodomy laws in some states. But yeah, it's a fucking law. You have to have sex a certain way because the lawmakers back in the day were that fucking crazy.
Then they had Roe versus Wade and delivered us into the hands of Baphomet. And then they allowed gay marriage. And so now our country politically is in the hold of the top 5 demons in hell other than Satan.
What? Wait, in hell? What? Do you not even know your own fucking theology, man? The devil is not in hell. The demons are not in hell. Read your fucking book, man. The demons are here. What are you doing? They were banished to earth. That was the point. They're not in. Wow, dude. He doesn't even know his own fucking religion, but somehow knows exactly the ranking of the demons up under Satan, and what sins they do, which is all just seems to be just a bunch of anti-gay hate, making it like they're all demonic, making gay people seem really fucking cool right about now. Okay, yeah, I have a demon. I got a bunch of demons, actually. It's amazing. I love it. They're so fun. They are like the funnest demons of all time. That's and I'm pansexual, so I can do that. I can do that impression, just so you know. That's allowed. All right. Because I do talk like that sometimes. It's it just depends on my mood, right? It's actually who I am. Sometimes. It's just depends, I move, I'm pansexual, so it moves around. Anyway, it's fluid. It's fluid.
And some of y'all wonder why we start our show with the St. Michael prayer every day.
Not anymore. That's right. What? The saint, look at her. She's very impressed with that fucking statement she just said. And y'all wonder why we start our show with the St. Michael prayer every single day. Because of fucking gay demons everywhere, dude. It's making everybody gay and abort babies and stuff.
And that's my final point.
Oh, that was it? That was the final. And that was your final truth there? That's okay.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, go to LizWheelerNewsletter.com.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. That's a definite. Definitely. Y'all going to be doing that with me? Y'all going to be signing up? Yeah, we're all going to be signing up together, actually. That's all right. Well, thank y'all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. Let's see what we got here. Let me check some of the some of your final points. That's what I'm going to check. I'm going to check. You know, we're through with her final points. Now we're going to get to yours. Okay. Let's see. Nancy said, my cult leader said there were only 2 authorized sexual positions. Holy shit, dude. Hold on. So the cult leader said there was only 2 authorized sexual positions. Are they checking on this sort of thing? I'd love to see them check on this. Like when you start to like look both ways. All right, get on your hands and knees. Get on your hands and knees. And then he comes like, gotcha. Fucking. All right, flip over, honey. Flip. I'm sorry. It was a lapse in judgment for a second. Just get on your back now. He's right here. He can see us now, and I think he's going to continue to watch us for the rest of the time now. No, I understand. Yeah, we're in the cult and everything. That's why you have to do. This is deeply uncomfortable. I knew I shouldn't have tried to do a doggy style. That was stupid. Damn it. But okay, with it, so in sexual positions within marriage, some dude who banged sex workers on his private jet, and he's the one that gets to decide what. Wow, and doesn't that just sound like all of them right there? Hypocritical, you know what I mean? Like they're always doing some shit like that. They're always wanting to stop everybody else from being able to do the thing they do all the time for some reason. Like, no, it's cool and I do it. Okay, I'm a cult leader. Okay, I'm allowed. The leaders are allowed to be awful, or not awful. That's actually doesn't make you an awful person. Have sex workers. You know, you're kind of a job creator in a lot of ways. But you know, but he judges those people anyway. So you know what I'm saying. Steven said, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's it's nothing. What's up with you? You doing you feeling you doing good? Cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Ball. I know, dude. That's a ball. Come on, man. That could not be less menacing. Holy shit. If you don't watch out, the evil demon ball is gonna get you. It's like, a ball is gonna get me. Is he a ball? Because that'd be really cute. If there's just a little ball, a ball demon with a little face on it, right? But it's like a ball, you know, it just floats around like like that weird thing from Big Trouble in Little China. Remember that little ball thing? And it just like floated it had the big eyes. It looked like it was claymation. It's really what it was. It was claymation. But it was a ball demon thing. Anyway, that'd be great if it looked like that. I would love that. That'd be what it would need to look like. Anarchic Fox said, this friar thinks a lot about sex demons. Yeah. He'd been up in the monastery writing demonic fan fiction. Yeah, basically, right. He does seem kind of like oddly obsessive about it, doesn't he? He's like really giving it some thought. He's like, no, that's a different demon. Okay, no. And the gay sex, all right, that is very specific. There's a specific demon for that, and it's ball. Oh, because of balls. I get it. So when balls are knocking together, it's ball. I get it. Okay. Now it makes perfect sense. He's the demon of balls knocking together. Steven said, I came on just in time to hear High on the Heels. It's going to be a good day. Yeah, that's right. You know, it was heavy on the heels, but yeah, I mean, you're close. I think that's probably what you were meaning to say anyway. But yeah, don't laugh at him getting it wrong. It was an accident. Michael, come on. We don't laugh at each other around here. Okay, stop pointing. He's pointing and laughing now, guys. Stop doing that. All right, it's rude. What y'all think this is? You know, Nancy said, more seductive form of female sexuality. Yeah, I guess that's the female. I don't even know what that fucking means. The more seductive, as opposed to the less seductive masculine sexuality. I mean, and I'm going to say there is no less seductive masculine. All masculine is very seductive, if you ask me. That's what just comes with the territory, being masculine. Let's see where we at. Oh, Asso, what's up, dude? He said, I'm back, bitches. All right, good. Did you get banned? You got banned for a while, didn't you? Well, you need to watch it, okay, buddy? Just watch it. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Michael said, wait a minute. Demons are fallen angels? Supposedly, wait, what? Wait a minute. Demons are fallen angels, supposedly are genderless. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if are they genderless? I think the angels' names are Michael and Gabriel. Gabriel, well, no, Michael, he sounded pretty masculine. I don't know how it works. I always liked in the movies. What was that movie? And she plays the Emperor Supreme or whatever because they couldn't have an Asian guy for some reason, and so they had a white British person play him. Anyway, but she was a fallen angel in something, and she looks like a fucking alien. But I love it. She's perfect. She's amazing, and she played an angel or a demon angel in a movie or something. I can't remember what it was. Was it Constantine? And I cannot. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks y'all for hanging out. You think that's funny? All right, the Constantine reference. Constantine is anything but funny. Remember the scene where he tried to drink the alcohol, but he wasn't able to, right? Because he was an alcoholic, but the demon was keeping him from being able to drink. That'd be a nightmare. Okay, I felt the worst for that guy the whole time. I was like, that kept me up at night, trying to drink, and you can't. It's not even going in his mouth, but then he would pour it out and it would come out, but then it just wouldn't. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. That is a level of fucking hell right there. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. And if you want to have a lot of fun, go to adamandeve.com and enter code word Brentley at checkout. That's Brently at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole orders. Go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley. It's Brently at checkout. And get your exclusive but some stuff. I mean, what you know what I mean? It is your exclusive bud. It's not anybody else's bud. It's just your exclusively. That is your bud. But you should get it some stuff. Okay. So actually, you know what? My first statement stands. I'm going to stick with it. Let's go with that. Yeah. Enter code word Brentley at checkout and get your bud some stuff exclusively. And if you want to support the show, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, adamandeve.com, and entering that code word Brentley at checkout. Or there's a bunch of other shit you can do. Okay. You can become a patron. You can do a one-time payment on Cash App, and our cash tag is Punk Apostate, all one word. I really do appreciate anything that you can do right now. I've got dental stuff going on, and it's holy fucking shit. Wow, dude. What the fuck? What is happening? Why is this so fucking? These are tiny little parts of my face. It's so small. Why is it so expensive? Anyway, become a member. If you want to become a member, go to you can hit the little join button down there. You can see it. It says join. It's the only button down there. It says join. Or if you want to email me, you can email me at punkapostate@gmail.com, and you can send me any kind of things that you want me to cover, or just any notes. Maybe I'm saying something too many times, or you just get tired of the all the time and the rights. Like right. I say and right a lot. I get it. So if you want me to tone that down, you can send me an email. You can join our Discord. Right, there's a lot of fun happening in there, right? And I got all the links will be below, and you can follow me on all the socials. So you should do all of that stuff. But the main thing though is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.
Oh, I